Hello, my friend, live from the State Department in Washington, D.C. And today there was a warning not to travel to Iraq, Iran, or in the Middle East if you don't have to, especially do not travel to Iran or Iraq. That's a State Department warning. And State Department spokesperson Tammy Bruce have said that there is a warning, and Secretary of State is working very hard as a Secretary of State and also as a National Security Advisor to President Trump. A diplomacy should work as far as the peace in the Middle East is concerned, peace between Israel and Iran is concerned. But Iran have been threatening the United States and the Jewish state of Israel using against nuclear weapons and wiping out the Israel from the global map. That was the warning many times by the Iranian Revolutionary Guards and also Iranian government and mullahs there, supreme mullah, and also the president and the people from Iran, that they will use the nuclear weapons against wiping out the Jewish state of Israel and also against the United States. That's why the President Trump and Secretary of State Marco Rubio cut short their trips at G7 at the Calgary in Canada. They cut short their trip because of the emergency and urgency to come to Washington because of the war between Iran and Israel, because Iran have threatened the United States and Israel to wipe out of the map with their nuclear weapons. So that's why the Secretary of State Marco Rubio and President Trump have said Iran cannot have nuclear weapons. Iran should be nuclear free. No more ceasefire between Iran and Israel, but nuclear free Iran. Iran cannot have nuclears, and we want that ideology. They must change their thinking about using nuclear weapons. That's why end of nuclear weapons in Iran. That means some experts are saying that Iranian ideology will be changed only when there is a regime change, new government in Iran and also democracy in Iran to change their ideology against the US and Israel and other nations, and also flow of the goods and crude and oil from the region threatened by Iranians. That's why emergency meeting going on there, and anything can happen. And Americans should call that +1 202 501 4444 for any emergency, and also state.travel.gov, state.travel.gov, and their information they can get there, travel.